That sounds good, right?
Oh, I'm not sure. Oh, the catfish. So, in the end, the newsman connects to a beautiful woman who turns out to be a catfish. But who?
Hey, Tenpenny.
Hi there.
Yeah, I was just trying to figure out. I've got my terminal is not what I want it to be. There it is. Okay. There's a system called Flatpak, which is a like containerized install for software. It runs in a sandbox, and that's how I've got this installed. So I got to install it. That I got to install that.
Okay, I started messing around with a couple of things in the application we were working on. So I made a copy of it so I wouldn't mess up what we're working on.
Okay.
Even though I tried to, like, there was one file that we worked on yesterday that I wasn't able to like deploy through Vercel. So I was able to fix that, and I tried to push it up to you because I thought maybe it would help a little bit, but it rejected me. And since I'm not really that good at Git, maybe we want to go over that, or I just want to give you the file
Did you do
if
it
you
on a
think you need
branch?
it. I didn't.
Okay.
So what I did is I just said git, just the normal stuff that we do, git and eventually git push. And then it gave me a bunch of errors. And I said, I'll wait till you're here, but we don't even really need to do it because I was just like working on styling and deploying it to Vercel, which is not your objective anyway, because you use the GitHub publish command anyway. So
Yeah.
it's not like we need to focus on it. But if for some reason it comes up, I have a file that we worked on yesterday that I could just like text you or something.
Okay. Yeah,
It
or
was
you,
the
again, you can create
yeah.
a branch, and that would be the way you would normally do it.
Then maybe that's what we should do once we get started. Like I'll make a branch and then I'll send up that file.
Yeah, I mean, we
And
can
then
look at it
everything else.
now if you want to.
Well, first things first, what I did is I used the one that I was messing with is here now. I call it claim score because that's what I'm going to use it for like legal claims. So I'm going to call it claim score, and that's this one. And this one I just pulled down on the right hand side. So this is everything that you had. Did you work on after we spoke yesterday a
I
little
think
bit?
I've pushed. I think I pushed something. I don't remember what I was doing.
So I pulled all that down and I just moved my env file over. And now I'm trying to run this locally and it's giving me a white screen. So maybe, and it says that I'm missing a non key. So this must be in a separate env file and I need to locate it in claim score because this is the one that's
Huh.
working
Let me
properly
let me
as of
look.
yesterday. Yeah.
Give me 1 second to finish fixing my terminal.
Sure. And I made the first run at like a little video to show people how to use this. And obviously I can't complete it because we're not done with it, but I already have kind of like a theme to show people how it would work within like at least a legal setting. And I thought it'd be good for like, we can also use the same name almost. If you don't want to use serial mobbers, I think I landed on claim score, and then there's also code score. And code score sounds kind of cool too, I thought. So I'd throw that one out to you if you want
Yeah.
code score. I'll just copy the same logo that I did for claim score if you want it for code score.
Cool.
And then I can run it locally if you want to see it. But I think our focus is really just to work on the one that you're on. And then once we feel that we're close enough, then I'll just copy that over, do my styling with different logos, and then make sure I can deploy it. And then you and I have to decide, should we just be working out of the same database, or should I set up a separate database? Because the emojis that I'll probably use for claims, scoring might be different than the emojis you want to see in the database.
That's
Or
fine though, because that's the groups of emojis, if you'll recall, like you can create a group. Like
yeah, I just don't know
there'll
if you
be the
want
list of
to.
all of them in the database, and then you can create a group and have that group associated with a particular video.
Right, and then so that's cool if you want that, like I'll have like a bunch of scales and a bunch of thumbs up, where you might have a bunch of like mathematical stuff because it's
I'm
more
not even
like
sure
high
yet.
techy. Yeah, but
Yeah.
if you don't care, then we'll just throw it all in the same database, and then once I deploy, I'll just be deploying basically a front end that just talks to your version of Supabase, and we'll
I
just keep
think
track of.
I think given the structure of the database, that should not be a problem. I don't think. We'll see. We'll just see how it goes going down the road.
Yeah, if it ends up costing you more money, but I think we're not going to have enough traffic to exceed. I mean,
Yeah,
are
I
you still on
expect
the
to be on the
free
free tier
version?
for a while.
You're still on the free one?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, just let me know if that changes, then we can make. I mean, I don't
Okay.
think I'm going to have a ton of people running at me to do this, but I might get 50 or 100 over the next couple of months.
Okay.
Okay, so what we need to do is first let's fix this, which is, okay, are you ready?
Yes. So
Okay, we need.
run npx veet or
Oh,
npx
shoot.
supabase.
Okay, so can I do it in a Control Shift T, or do I need to? I need to
Do a
stop the
different
server.
tab. Yeah, do a different tab.
Okay. Sometimes I don't know when I actually need to stop a server and when it can just
Well,
go and
do
connect.
a real quick. Do a git pull just to make sure you've got the most. Okay, you're good. npx supabase status. The anon key is the second from the bottom.
Okay.
And
Where does that go? Just
you
in
could
this
just put
ENV
the
file?
.env file. It should be fine in there. I really think. Let me look at that my .env real quick.
Yeah, I thought we would have already had that in there.
Program.
I only have two things in this ENV.
Hang
I'm
on.
not going to expose
Hang
it
on.
though
Hang
for
on. Yeah,
recording.
let me stop my screen recording. The thing is that
I'm just exposing it right here.
the entire recording yesterday is my away from keyboard screen because I
Oh
forgot to switch
no.
it back. So I
Okay.
gotta not
I always
remember. I
need to
gotta,
start reminding you when we get into stuff that'll be of value.
yeah, yeah. I've got Veet Supabase Anon key in my, and actually this is the Anon key because the Anon key can be sent to the client. So this isn't even really secret,
Okay.
but you can
So
still.
so what I was working on yesterday, this is the only ENV thing I had. So this is something you added yesterday afternoon
I don't remember when
after
I
you and
added it. To be honest, I don't honestly remember. I might have added the error. I think I added yes because I was working on the deployment to GitHub, and the anon key for Supabase on the internet is different from the anon key for Supabase locally.
Got it. Okay. So if I am trying to do this, I need to create this anon key and just add it to
Yeah,
this. So I'm going to expose
yeah.
this
You
right
can.
now.
I've got it hidden so you can't see it.
Okay.
And I now have a blur function, so I can blur a video if I need to, or a chunk.
And you said it is the second one from the bottom that ends in IO.
We don't have to get into it now, but if you've got Hyper, you can set in Hyper settings to have it copy on select. So just selecting something copies it to the copy buffer, which I find really convenient.
Instead of having to go Control Shift C.
Yeah, you don't have to
I
hit
know,
anything. It just is copied when it's selected. Let me look at my other environment variables and see if there's anything It's probably going to complain about the Veet Supabase URL.
Right.
You could save it and reload the page and see if it does, but I think it's going to.
Okay, so save this one, save this one, and then go back here and restart the server.
It says it restarted the server when you save the .env.
No, I already Control C out of it.
Yeah, you
Supabase
got to have the
URL.
Supabase URL. The Supabase URL is also in that status. And it's just localhost 54321. Port 54321 on localhost.
Do I have to do anything in front of it, like HTTP or anything?
HTTP.
Just HTTP.
Yeah.
Like that?
54321.
Oh. Quotes or anything? Or no? That's that.
No,
Okay,
should
no,
be
we're
fine.
good. All right. Make sure I get that in the other one. Okay. Got it. Got it. Okay. Now we're over here. Read it.
Okay, so in
Do you care anything about these?
yeah, so in a tab in Hyper and what's running in the second tab?
Database.
Oh, so you ran. Oh, see, hang on. See how it says no session secret?
I just did this because this is what we did yesterday, so I don't even know if this is right.
Is this
It was
so?
that
There is a
func for-
.env in the Supabase functions directory. You might have to restart the server functions for this one. I don't know that it's smart enough to pick up the env change. No, it's the second one. It's not the dev server. It's the functions. I'm surprised that it's showing you this page.
Because I'm already logged in.
You're
I'm
not,
It's
though. I mean,
wallet. Yeah, you're right. I'm not.
no, you might have like the local storage. You might have the JWT in the local storage, even though you don't have. Look in local storage. Go down to local storage. Yeah, it's that Supabase whatever key.
Want me to kill the cookie?
You can. It's safe to. Okay, do you have all your .env files closed?
It's like everything's closed.
Okay, I'm going to switch the recording back. Okay. So yeah, do you want to again your work in general? If you wanted to do the sort of thing that you were doing to try to work on some styling, you would just create a new branch and do
Okay,
whatever
why
you want to
don't
do on that branch rather than copying the entire repository.
so can I have like two versions of it, like how I have
Yeah,
this over here, which is now my claim score, and then the one that we're doing sort of live, which is emoji eval.
yeah. Yeah, but a
Okay.
different branch can have whatever file structure, whatever files in it that you want. It could be completely
Okay, see,
different.
let's do that then, because then at least you can look at the file that I changed, and then I can get that experience of seeing what you would see and deciding if that's something that you wanted out of my branch into the
Yeah.
master branch. Okay.
So go into your new directory.
Okay, so I'm going to move this one over here. I can just continue to, well, I have to break this one, right? If we're going to play around,
Sure.
right?
Yeah, you don't have to, but it won't hurt.
Well, we'll be stepping on the same port, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just leave this one because we're going to do the development over on this guy. And over here, I'll set up a new hyper. And then this is CD claim score. This is NVM. Use
Hello, Marie.
iron.
Hello.
This is yarn.
Are you a programmer?
Well, I'm part of the group, Code with Friends. I meet them
Okay, you're in
every other
Detroit.
Wednesday. Yeah, yeah. I just saw that people were on, so I'm like, okay, let me go and see what you guys are doing.
Yeah, this is an interface for reacting to and scoring videos of programming sessions. Is what
Okay,
this is supposed
awesome.
to be eventually.
So so you're not in Michigan, are you?
No, nowhere near. I'm in like Southwest Virginia.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, well, I just stopped through and I thought you guys were kind of on the sharing a screen. So I was gonna take
Hmm.
a look and
Yeah, we're
just
doing
kind
pair
of.
programming. Have you heard of that?
I've heard of it.
Okay. Yeah, I tell him what to
Yeah.
write, and then he writes it.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, I will go ahead and let you guys finish doing what you're doing.
Okay.
All right, take care.
Later.
Okay, so
Okay, so you're in claim store. Do a get status. Okay, so these are the things you changed, and those are the things you've added.
these I could kill these off right now, but I just
Okay,
kind of
go
stored
ahead.
them.
Go ahead and either get rid of them or put them in your .get ignore.
I had to get rid of your, even though that SVG's neat that you have that flashes, it like literally started messing with my eyes after,
Hmm.
because it was flashed so many times. It was almost like seizure invoking.
Yeah, I could put a CSS prefers reduced motion in it.
I guess I'll leave Compass in there for right now. And this, I just have the URL for the database. So I guess I should leave that just because I need it. Or should I, I guess I should ignore that, right? That would be best
Just
best
type
practice for this.
echo and then that file name. And then two less than signs, two greater than signs, two like in tag, yeah. Space .get ignore. .get ignore. Hit tab. Does it complete?
That's right. It's, yeah, it probably would.
Okay, that should add it to the end of your get ignore. If you do a get status again, it shouldn't show up in the list. Okay, yeah.
Index, banner. It was this one that I made the changes on, so that's the one you'll want to look at. No, not connect yet. Why isn't it in there? Oh, give me a second here. Oh, let's just see what happens.
Okay, now type get checkout -B and then give your branch a name like styling or style test or whatever. Okay, now you could do a get add space dot to add that compass file to the repository. And get status just one time to sanity check that nothing that you didn't want to be added was added. Okay. Now get commit dash get just to get commit. Type a commit message. Oh, I guess you could just have that be your commit message. Yeah, hit Y to save it. Hit enter. Okay. So you should be, can you get push? Oh yeah, copy that get push setup stream origin claim score. Just do that. Okay, now you can switch back to the original repository. Do it in, go into hyper. And do a get fetch. There's your branch. So now if you do a get checkout claim score, this should be do an ls in public and see if that compass file is in there. In public, ls public or cd public, and then yeah, see that compass file that you created?
So
So
this will be helpful if like I need you to look at something in my styled one to help me with.
yeah.
We'll switch back and forth and eventually. Okay.
And if
So
I make changes, you can do we'll do get branch real quick. I can't remember if the main branch is called master or main. It's called main. If you did a get merge main while you're in your branch, it would take all the changes that I've made to main and put them in your branch.
And then I'd have to manually look at each one of them to make sure it doesn't conflict with something that I've done.
Only if there are conflicts, where the same lines have been changed, then it'll tell you. It'll give you a merge conflict and show you where the conflict happened and what the conflicting lines were. Otherwise, it'll merge them automatically.
So
Hey,
just
Duke.
get checkout back to main, and then we're back in the one.
Get merge main. Now, see, you're on main now. You can't merge main into main. You need to be on your branch and then merge main in.
But we're not. But we don't want to be merging right now, right? We just want to leave my junk separate.
Okay, that's fine.
Just for today until we see where we're at, and then I'll go through that process at the end.
Well, I fixed some stuff. If you wanted the changes, do a get log, or it's not just get log though. It's something else. Hang on.
The weird thing is that I subsequently changed a file, and just give me a couple of minutes to retrace what I did, because I wanted you to look at that file.
Okay, do a git
was-
log -p real quick.
In the what in main,
Yeah,
get log -p.
yeah. So these are
That was really bad.
so I
Bad.
fixed TypeScript environment variables. I removed Chakra was one of the things. That's why there's all these changes to the package lock. Because
Okay.
I removed Chakra. But yeah, it wouldn't build. If you tried to do an npm run build before on the version
yeah,
that you branched off of, it won't work. It'll get
But I
TypeScript
but I
errors.
fixed it. I went through just to teach myself, and I fixed all of it, and I got it to deploy on Vercel.
You ran build.
Yeah, I ran build, but I got those errors in that one file. So you even know the file I'm talking about. I can't think about it off the top of my mind.
If it was TypeScript errors, but yeah, if it was TypeScript errors, they're fixed in this branch now.
Okay. All right.
So build will now work. You're still going to need it's called a .env.production, where you'll have a different definition for Supabase URL and a different definition for Supabase auth or a non-secret.
That's what I figured, but I want to kind of do all that at the very, very end, because I kind of want to get where you and I, like, we've gone as far as we can about how it's going to operate for both of us. And then at that moment is then when I'm going to start to make it more legal based, jury based, opposed to you doing it coding based. Even though it might overlay perfectly, I just don't know yet. I don't know where you and
Yeah.
I are going to depart on use case.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's
Okay.
so I want to be on main today, and then I will resolve everything, because I only spent like an
Yeah,
hour.
when you want to work on your stuff, just check out your branch, and you can do whatever you want in your branch, and it will not affect main.
Okay. Okay, so I need to X out of this.
Q.
And then we want to make sure we're on the right branch.
Yeah.
We're on main. And now I want to...
You can go back to those first two tabs and set them running again. The Vite dev server and the... No, npm run dev. And the other one is the Supabase functions. So, yeah. Okay. Do you want a
Okay, what
minute
are we
to look through some stuff?
Sure.
Okay. Hey, Duke. You there?
Hey, how's it going?
What you up to?
Now, first off, I just wanted to, I don't know if you've been using Brave, but they updated their UI and it looks great. But
What did
now
they
I'm
change?
working on, huh?
What did they
Oh,
change?
the address bar. The address bar is mostly. I don't know, I liked it much better. The old UI was like outdated, but they finally got to updating it.
See,
I don't know
I
if you
get a
see that,
message
but, yeah.
saying Brave is out of date, but however I'm pulling in Brave, it doesn't actually update. So I'll have to wait. Eventually it'll come through somehow, but
Oh, maybe
I
on
just get a
Linux
message
it's
saying
different.
it's out of date. Say what?
Maybe on Linux it's different because I don't on Mac it's just like restart Brave and it just pulls in whatever it has to do, something like that.
I do not know, but it'll come through eventually. It's a lot of it's my
Yeah.
setup. Like I've installed things in random different ways, and that's part of the problem.
Yeah, but I'm currently trying to figure out a way to have a file be uploaded, send that file to OpenAI's API, and have it return another file with some alterations to
Ooh,
the file that was sent to it.
really? And is it like an image
Yeah, that's what I'm
file
trying to figure out. No, like
or
a
a text
PDF.
file? Say what?
Yeah. So yeah, like a text file. Like I have a friend, they have like to make note cards for them. So I was thinking maybe AI could help with note card making for stuff.
I have never used OpenAI's API.
Yeah, though I just started using it, and it's not too bad.
Cool.
At least with Next.js, it's not too bad. But do you know of any program that does that takes in a file? Like I'm trying to find like a plugin, not a plugin, but a npm I something. I
No,
have
I mean
two.
you create an input type equals file, and then
Oh,
that input will have a property called files, which is the files that have been selected in that file input.
so there's like these two libraries because I was working with one library, but it said it's not a file uploader, and it referred me to two. One's like uppy.io, and the other one's like pqina.nl.
But that
It's
sounds
a
like to
file
upload a
pond.
file to the internet.
Oh, okay. So there's a difference. I never knew that.
I mean, you can get a reference to a file just in the browser, just locally.
Can I read through that file? I might ask the AI to
Yes.
construct something like that. Construct
Yes, it is. Let me look.
a
Or actually, let me
component.
ask Copilot because I just paid $100 for Copilot for the year, so I ought to use it.
Yeah. A lot of people recommend it to me, but I still haven't tried it.
I like it. It's got a little. It integrates with VS Code, and it'll actually look at your code and say, "Given your code, this is my recommendation for what you should do."
Oh, how cool.
But it's $100 a year, and I just used up a year, so I found it useful over the course. And it also does auto completion in VS Code. I mean, what does your auto completion in VS Code? Are you like tab 9 or something?
Yeah, tab 9.
Okay.
But most of my code now, I just ask like either find or chat GPT to like right now it'd be like
You just
construct the
copy it out.
component with an input. Yeah, that takes file type, and then I can just alter it a little bit. Oh, this is interesting.
There is a file reader API. Hang on, let me share my screen. You can see what the AI is telling me. Okay, do you see my screen?
Yeah, loading. Yeah, now I do.
So you create a new file reader. You set an onload listener to the file reader that will fire when the file has been loaded. And then you call read as text and then the file. You pass in the file. And the file you're getting, again, from a file input.
Oh, okay. Wait, file reader. So can you ask the AI to put that input in there? Include the file input?
I can ask it.
Find gave me like some really long code. But I think it's files length, everything.
Hey, do you guys
Oh, it
need
makes a request.
do you guys need a few minutes for this? Like 5, 10, 20?
Yeah, like 5.
No,
It
no.
shouldn't take that
Oh,
long.
Okay.
See, hang
And
on.
then,
Go ahead.
and then just stick with your screen because I want to ask you a question about what we were doing in the repos. I want to go over that file that I changed. I want you to look at what I did compared to how you fixed it and see if we came really close. And then we'll get
Okay.
into coding stuff.
Okay.
So I'll come back in like 10 minutes. I'm going to go get
That
something
sounds
to
good. That sounds good. So yeah, do you see this? At the
Yeah.
bottom of it, there's an input type file. On change is handle file change, and then the
Yeah.
handle file change gets an event just like an on change listener, and it's event.target.files bracket 0 is the file object, and then you pass that into the file reader.
Oh, okay. File content. So it saves it in a use state. Blue, can you copy this code and send it into the chat?
Yeah.
There should be like a copy button at the top, so you don't have to.
Well, no, it copied a bunch of my code that is
Oh,
unrelated.
yeah.
And I don't know why it did that, but this is the part that is actually what you need. Is this part here?
Okay. Handle file change. I'll just plug this into a component and test it.
Well, hang on. I'll copy this file content so that makes more sense.
So use client.
This will have to be used client because the file input is in the client. Like the client's the only one that has access to your local file system.
Oh yeah, true. Thank you very much. Let's see this. Okay, drop zone. I go to drop zone.
Are you doing drag and drop?
Is that what drop zone is for? I'm trying to figure out if I could do that. Yeah.
It is possible. I would not start off with that. You can add that later without too much difficulty.
Okay. So just get it working first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. File content. Oh, this is. You want me to stream? Well, I'll stream my screen if you want until 10
Sure.
Penny
Yeah, I
comes
can
back.
step you through it real quick.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay,
I'll
we're
be
not
back.
quite done. No, he's
I
trying to
kinda
read
wanna
from
show
a
you-
file.
yeah. I just need just like 2 minutes, Tenfei. I promise it will not take long. Also, I want to show him the new UI on Brave. I don't know if he has this curved UI address bar.
Huh.
It's like, yeah, it's kind of nice. This is your dash you just got.
Cool.
Okay, this is what I have. This is the code so far. I just
Okay.
copied and pasted the one you got, which seems to be in order.
Yeah.
I have use state is not defined.
So import use state.
Okay, let's see this. I have something from a friend.
That's
Let's see
a
if we get
binary
input.
file. See how it's got all that
Okay.
random crap in it? It's a binary file. So that's, yeah. It's not a text file.
So can I convert like a PDF into a text file and then output it or something
Ooh,
like that?
you might be able to feed a PDF to the OpenAI, but it is not a simple process to convert PDF into text. There are programs
Okay.
that can kind of do it, but they generally produce a giant mess.
Okay, I'll try to figure out. I won't display it here. It doesn't have to be displayed here. The file content.
Yeah, but that's just showing you how you get access to the file content and how to
Okay.
set it.
Yeah, no, it worked. Thank you.
There's a bash command that I've used before that does a pretty good job with PDF files. I think it's called
Yeah, he's in the browser though. There's PDF to text or PDF to HTML.
Something like
And
that.
I'm sure
the
someone's
command line.
made a ChatGPT PDF one, but yeah.
I bet that's what I was gonna say. I bet that it can read the PDF better than most stuff in general. Because you'll have trouble, like if there's multiple columns, a lot of times it'll just read straight across the page, and you'll have like the first line from the first column and the first line from the second column after each other.
Yeah, there's always lots of work that I have to do to kind of fix it too.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, let's go in here. File. But you guys can continue. I think I should be fine for now. Yeah, thank you very much, Bill. Thanks, Tenfei, for taking the time.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, and just like if you're gonna do this stuff, it's like feel free to make events. Like anybody can make events, right? Up at the top. Yeah, like I like learning other stuff.
Oh yeah, I usually just code, and if this Gulik is on and something that he could help with, I'll just ask him. Yeah.
Earlier in the week, I'm generally available. if I don't have another call.
Okay,
Edo,
so
you've been
just,
a huge help, but yeah, I'll stop streaming now.
just before you leave, okay, so what I'd like you to do is just look at that one file. So go into GitHub, look at my branch. You'll see that I messed with that one file that's called feedback groups.
Okay.
And then I got mine to go air free, and then you got yours to go air free. And I'm just curious, were they close, or did you take
Hang
a
on.
different strategy of carrying them? Okay.
Emoji eval.
Emojied eval.
I'll switch to claim score, and then source.
So I can also see the process that you do.
And I want, hang on, I want the last, maybe I want this. I think these are what you did.
Correct. That interface is what ChatGPT said. Because I had to do like 4 or 5 iterations through ChatGPT, and eventually they all went away. But it took me like 30, 40 minutes of just kind of keep asking things differently. But you obviously solved it with less lines of code.
Yes. Probably.
So I'm just like curious when you look at this as like ChatGPT used a different strategy than you, and yours is probably better because you're human and you can,
I know TypeScript.
yeah. So when you see of what I did, I have been able to pull it off, or no, there's like some inherent problems in there. And you don't need to go too deep. I'm just kind of like at the surface level.
Yeah, I mean, let me look to, okay, so
Okay.
this stuff, you defined an interface for ID number shouldn't be, this is not, there's no ID field in your form, but that's fine. This, I don't think you have to define the types for the query.
And this was just to get those errors to go away.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
don't
have
think,
any
I
thought
think that,
behind it.
I think
Okay.
that to get those errors to go away, I don't think you have to have this. You do need this HTML dialog. You have to tell it what type of element is being referenced by the ref. That's correct.
And you didn't do that. You have a null at that same place. You said use ref null.
Well, hang on.
But,
Pull up.
okay.
Well, hang on. Let's look at. Let's do this.
You want me to run mine?
No. Well, you
Okay.
can, but let me show you something.
Yeah.
Let me go to code.
Wow, that was a big Ford ad right on your browser. That was interesting.
A big what?
A Ford for a Ford pickup truck. That was the backdrop of your browser.
Oh yeah, it's Brave has whatever. Brave pays me BAT in exchange for.
The occasional advertisement.
The occasional
Okay.
ad, yeah.
Gotcha.
But if I go to components and then feedback groups on main and do this, you'll see I have the same thing. I have interface form elements and I have what it extends, but I have a title, description, and grouped, which is what you had. Well, no, you have image, title, and description. Okay, and then, but I did add the HTML dialog element. The on submit, I gave the event a type. Let's see if you did that. On submit, yep, you have a form event with an HTML form element.
Oh, I see. The one on the left is not your final. That was the one that I started with. Is that right?
Exactly. Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I was
okay.
saying. Is that that's why main now has the fixes to get it to
You
build.
answered my question. I was like, well, where did you put it? So I should go answer my own question, which is look at yours that's working and then look at the one that I hacked together, and I should learn something. I should really have to focus on that file and try to figure out what's going on. because I was
Yeah,
able to
so
get it, but I didn't really know what I was doing.
you're doing a lot of, you have form elements dot named element title as an HTML input element, whereas I cast elements as a form elements. So this form elements interface that I defined up here, I just cast the entire object to it. And then after that, I can just access the elements.title.value and elements.description.value.
Got it.
I don't
Okay.
have to have the whatever as
Mine's
HTML element
clunky.
dot
Yeah.
value.
Okay. Cool. You answered my question. So I'll go back to Sherry unless there's anything else you want to show me before we jump in and have you navigate.
No, yeah, I guess, what's the next thing we're going to do? There's two possibilities. One is when they log in, I don't want it to take them straight to the video's index. I want to take them to a screen where they can choose to
Groups.
define the emojis. Define new reactions, create new reaction groups, create a new video, or at least view the list of videos. I guess create a video would be on the view the list of videos page.
Why
But
don't, since we're doing that, do we want to create a table where they can also create a participant group? Like, let's say you've got some coders that you really want involved in something, and a
Mhm.
group is created of these, these hot shots. And so that table
Yeah.
would be like grouped. So that page you're talking about is create your emoji set. Eventually, you're going to pick your video, create the group you want to be mobbing with, and then anything else that you think will go along with that to prepare for the actual mobbing.
Yes, because ultimately I don't want this to be public. At least mine, I don't want the original recording process or even the initial release to be public until after it's had review by a trusted group. I don't want to
Release
make
stuff
it
that had a
public.
private key or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So I will
So I
share
do
it.
want to do that, but let's wait until after things are a little bit better fleshed out. Let's get because the other thing that needs to be done is to create the picker for an emoji or for a reaction from that list of reactions that they have decided to make available, to pick just from those and not from the list of all the emojis that exist, which is what is
Correct.
currently happening.
Yeah, I've noticed that when I was making my video last night, how they have all those tabs there, and it's like you can get way more emojis than you need. So I just
Oh
typed
yeah,
in
yeah.
num to get numbers, and I made my videos based on just numbers. And I didn't know how to do a demo based on the keyboard yet because that's not really flushed out yet either. So
It
I
was
want to
also
test that
broken.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like I clicked on it, but then the emoji thing popped up, so I still had to click an emoji. So I didn't really know how that was, but I know we're still at the beginning. But
Yeah.
that's
No,
something that
it's supposed to be
came up a lot.
overlaid over the video is what it's supposed to look like, and that's just not in the right place right now.
Mine was left to right, by the way. The video was at the far
Yeah.
left of my
Yeah.
screen, and the keyboard was on the upper right. Okay.
That's what I was saying. It's broken.
Okay, so I'm going to
Um,
close everything. Um, we've got VSC to the right. We've got the files in the middle.
okay. Let me grab a cup of coffee. Like I literally just made a pot, so I just gotta run upstairs and put it in the cup.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Ours are revved up, ready to go.
Okay. So this is
Are
your
you saying-
branch.
No, this is yours. Oh, no, this is the video actually that
Oh,
I
okay, okay.
used. That's what I goofed around with last night, and that is this new video down here, evaluating claims with confidence, claim score. So that's our third video.
Gotcha. Okay. So
Oh, and I'm going to need the database, right? So that's in my history, most likely.
or you can do npm or npx supabase status, and that will tell you where it is.
In-
And it's the studio. Yeah. Okay. So just trying to think. So you could either there's a couple options. We can have the admin say, this is the set of reactions that I want to be available for this video.
So admin not
Or,
as God mode, admin as the admin of this
well, the admin for
localized
that
mob
video.
group.
Yeah, that video.
Okay.
Whoever the creator of that video was could specify it.
Okay.
Or you could let each individual reviewer say, this is the set of reactions that, or, well, actually, we could do it like Discord, where there is like multiple sections, and you'd have like at the top section would be the ones that were included by default by the creator of the video, and then below it, if the reviewer had their own customized set, they could be included below. So let's just start with just a single set of reactions being associated with the video.
Created by the administrator or the creator of the video.
Yes.
Yes, that's a good place to start.
Um,
Because I'm assuming that set also, because I'm looking at the administrator as somebody also with money in their pocket, maybe, that needs to incentivize the people to come do this job. Because remember, another good use case for this is focus groups, where you have to pay people to sit in a room and evaluate a new product or something. So they sit them in there and they're like, here's how you're going to score it. And if you score it with what I'm giving you, there might be a reward attached to that. Kind of like source credit in metagame. But if you guys are going to use a bunch of other ones, you can pound the keyboard all you want. It's still going to go in the database. But unless you use the ones I'm asking you to use as the administrator, you might not get your reward. And that's kind of my
yeah.
theory. Okay.
Yeah, I was just thinking they might have an extended set. I don't know. But we'll start out with just a single set.
Okay.
How about we just add that to the videos table, and we have a feedback group associated with each video.
Yes.
Okay. So go into Supabase in the browser. And you don't want a new table. You want to edit the videos table. Yeah, that's a better place. And add a column called feedback group ID. And it will have a type of UUID. And the default will be null. I think you just delete that, it'll be null. No, just delete everything. And it can be null. Okay, now click on the 10 columns. Click on feedback group ID, the 3 dots to the, yeah. Okay, so go up to foreign key relation, add foreign key relation. Yep, table will be feedback groups. Nope, yep. Column is ID. When reference row is updated, cascade. And when reference row is removed, set null. Okay. Okay. So now go into video form .tsx or index tsx. Okay. Copy lines. Hang on. Actually, we don't have a React. We don't have a use query in here. I thought we had to use query. You will want that, yes. Put it below React as a dependency. All your external dependencies come first, and then all your local dependencies, and finally the CSS is the order for that stuff. Okay, and then go back to videos and copy line 11 through, yeah, the end of it. And paste it. That should be fine. It's just because they're all unused is all it's bitching about right now. So change the query key to video. No. I'm sorry. I meant change the actual value of the query key to video form. And then the query function, you'll have that const data error. You'll have Supabase from, instead of from videos, it'll be from. This is tricky. I don't know how to do a join in Supabase. Let me ask the AI real quick how to do a join in Supabase and see if it tells me real quick. Because if you'll recall, the list of emojis that are part of a group are from a join table. They're not from. Oh, no. We want the list of all the groups. We don't want the list of emojis that are in a group. We want the list of all the groups. So for that, it's just feedback groups. So instead of videos, feedback groups.
All lowercase.
Yeah. And with an underscore in the middle of it. Okay. Okay. So now, you can just remove. For right now, well, hang on. Put after line 43, put a new line. Remove those, yeah. Put if loading. Return. We'll say a paragraph tag. Or an H2 tag. Or an H1 tag even. I don't know. Loading as text. All one line. It shouldn't be very long. In fact, the return should be on the same line as the And then Control Shift U 2026. Space. Remove the parens and move the return up to the line above. Okay. So now on line, well, I guess we could have it be, yeah, I guess after description, I guess. So put a new line after the label that is description and open a new label. A new line, H3, feedback group. Space group, yeah, you got it. And now hit new line. Select space ID equals quote group, close quote, close tag, and then a new line. Yeah, inside of it's in between the two tags. No, there's stuff inside the tags. So yeah, put a new line there. Now open brace. Groups.map. Hang on. Go up to line 32 and change videos to groups. 32. Okay. Yeah, now group should not autocomplete in a weird way now. Map, open paren group. Close paren rocket. Open paren. That's a closed paren. Is there an open paren there that I just don't see? No, there's not. Okay. Open paren new line. Option tag. So open tag option. Space. Inside the option tag, I think it's value equals embraces group.id. Embraces no quotes. And then inside of the option tag, like in between open brace group.title. I'm pretty sure this is the format for an option tag. And then the next line down should be close paren, close brace. Put a question mark after the groups.map. After groups in groups.map. Sorry. It shouldn't get there. That loading thing that you put in, the loading check that you put on line 44, that should keep it from getting there when groups is undefined, but that's just to appease TypeScript. Try to go to the create a new group or create a new video page and see if that did anything.
You want me to remove this?
Put on line after line 43, put a new line. Put if query error. And just do spelt like query error is on line 32. If query error, return and God, I think it can be an aside, ASIDE as a tag. And then embraces query error inside of there. Okay, what doesn't it like about that? Does it say it's Put a dot message after query error. Well, crap. Remove the dot message, and what's the error again?
I think it went away. Everything was gone. Right
Hover
here.
over it again. Hover over the query error. How about
There's
how
no-
about this? Let's just take that out real quick. We shouldn't be getting a query error in general. Just do throw query error. No, if query error, throw query error.
Okay, we're good.
So now click the plus sign next to videos. Click the feedback group. Yeah, I think it worked. Hit create and see if it errors on the URL and the title. It should error on both. Well, hang on. Let's make it. Oh yeah, go back real quick. In the option tag, add an attribute called key. The option tag on line, 70. Do key is equal to group.id. No, you definitely need that value.
Where do you want? Okay, so another one in here.
Yep. Another attribute called another attribute called value inside of the option tag.
So it'd be
Inside
right here
of the
next to-
tag. Inside of an attribute. Yeah, you can only define attributes like within the open tag, close tag.
Okay, this one's called what?
Well, value now, because you changed value to key. You need one called key and you need one called value. And they should both be equal to group.id. Braces. In no quotes. Okay, it should not be complaining anymore. Okay, now we need to save that result to the database. So go up to, no, it's not going to happen here. It'll happen up in the on submit handler. So hang on, go up to the top of the file. Put after line 9 a new line, and was it called group? I think the ID was group on that select. Yeah. So do group : I think there's an HTML select element maybe. Try that and see if it auto completes. Yeah. And you can remove those commas. Remove the commas from the ends of those lines. Hit end and it'll go to the end of the line. Yeah. Whoop. You're holding, did you hit shift and end?
So what I do can
If you just
Control
hit
N?
the end key, what happens?
push it in. Okay, that's
And
it.
then hit backspace. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so now in the on submit, go back up. On line 23, put a new line. After line 23, put a new line. Feedback group ID. Underscore. It's a column name. So it's Postgres style naming. :space elements dot group dot ID. Or group dot value rather. And then a comma. Okay, try to create a new video now.
New video or a feedback group?
A video. So fill out this form. Okay, check your database and see if that created with the feedback group ID saved in videos. No, go back to where, yeah, okay, feedback group ID is set. That's good. So now go back to the list of videos. I'm sorry, the list of videos in the browser. Click on Chainlink Constellation. Okay, so now we need to select the set of emoji or the set of reactions that's associated with this feedback group. And this, we need to do a join. We're going to replace this. That's what we're in the process of doing. So go to the reactor class. Okay. Copy lines 38 through the end of that. No, the if above if query error is the end of it. Yeah. So put a new line and paste it in there. Okay. So change the data name to feedbacks, I guess, to use the nomenclature that we've been using. And change the query key to reactor, and then instead of UUID video UUID, do reactor and then well, this is going to be video config. Video config, where you're typing, yeah. Dot feedback group ID. Okay. Okay, the if Supabase, that's fine. Data error. So await. So let me see. This is where we need to do a join, and I don't know how to do a join off the top of my head. Let me look at this real quick. Okay. So do from feedbacks and just leave the select like that, and then EQ. Hang on, I'm looking between documentation and what you're typing at the same time. EQ table.column value. So .eq, and it will be okay, so from feedbacks where the so EQ, we're working on that EQ statement right now. Feedbacks groups dot it's a column, so it's again Postgres style naming. Feedback groups dot group ID, I think is what we name the column. And then video config dot feedback group ID instead of video UUID. Feedback group ID. Okay, and then put a new line after the EQ. Dot join. Hang on, let me look at the documentation. So join feedback. Hang on. So the EQ should be feedbacks plural groups. That's the join table. So join feedbacks groups. Close quote, comma, open brace. A space after the comma. And then in the open braces, on colon space, single quote, feedback groups dot group ID. No, actually, yeah, feedbacks groups dot feedback ID, actually. Space equals space feedbacks.id. .id. Hover over the join. What doesn't it like about that? Go to the Supabase documentation and search for join. It's docs.supabase. There it is. It's probably that top link. Okay, TypeScript types for join. Supabase returns a data object. Create table. Create table. Supabase from countries. Select blah blah blah. Hang on, I'm looking for a join statement. Okay, because it knows we've got a foreign key and it just automatically does that. So let me look at that documentation again. ID, team name, and then users ID and name. Okay. I think I know what to write. So hang on. So we've got from feedbacks groups on line 63. And then EQ, remove the feedbacks groups dot from before group ID. Just have group ID. No dot. Okay. And in the select about on line 64, put a go back to the documentation real quick. Okay. That's unexpected, but we'll try it that way. Try just now go back to your code. Try select single quote star space. Are there commas after the field names in the select in the documentation? No, in the select. There you go, down there. There are commas. So star, comma, space.
But only after the first two, and then there's a comma in here.
Yeah. So the terminal one does not have a comma after it. But put star, comma, space.
Star, comma, space.
Feedbacks. Open paren. Space, star, close paren. A space between the star and the close paren. Remove the join. Just remove that line. It already knows because we defined a foreign key that defines that relationship, and it's smart enough to just use that. We don't have to define the join explicitly. Okay, so let me just read this. From feedbacks group, select star and feedbacks star where the group ID is equal to the feedback group ID. Remove the dot single from line 66. Try to, you're going to have to rename query error on line. You can just remove that. Just remove error colon query error from there. Well, no, don't leave it because we might be getting an error and we want to see what it is. Name it feedbacks error. And then copy line 73 and change query error to copy it and then make it feedbacks error, console error, feedbacks error. So copy it.
Copy this line where?
Just right there is fine.
Copy it right next to it? Okay.
Yeah. And then change query to feedbacks for the second one. Okay. After line 74, put a new line in console.log feedbacks and let's see what's in that variable. Oh yeah, debug. That's a good choice. Except just feedbacks, not feedbacks error. Okay. So click on the chain link constellation. Video config is undefined. That's fine. Scroll down. Hang on. Scroll up a little bit in the code. Put on line after line 61, put a new line. Put if video config. Close paren, open brace. And remove the close brace. Put the lines 63 through 69 inside of that if statement. So indent. Put a close brace at the end of it. See if you reload the page if you still get that error. Hang on. Video config is undefined. Where else are we accessing video config? Oh, hang on. Put a question mark on line 69. Or line 59 rather. Line 59 after video config, put a question mark. Try it or reload it again. Okay, what's this? Query data cannot be undefined. Make sure to return a value other. Oh, okay. On after line 70, put a new line. Actually, let's throw. Type throw. New error. Capital error. Open paren, single quote. Video config is undefined. See what that does when you reload the page. Okay, getting closer. So hang on. So that's line 71 is where the error is happening. Oh, okay. That is okay. That's the printing out of the error. That's not an error making it all the way through. I think. Scroll up in the errors in the browser. Okay, video config is undefined. Video config is undefined. Change on line 65. Change feedbacks star to just feedbacks ID. Change the star to ID. Or change it to what is it? Content is the name of the no, it's image. Image. Change it to image. See if that gives an error. See what happens when that runs. Okay, scroll up. See what we're looking for. Scroll up some more. You're not seeing what you're looking at. See where feedbacks is an empty array? That's what we got to figure out is why. So we are doing select blah, 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 where group ID. Look at feedbacks groups. Look at do add online where you're printing out feedbacks, also print out video config. So on line 78, put a comma after feedbacks and then video config. Okay, look at the video config that it's printing out. Okay, look at the, open it up a little bit more. There is a feedback group ID, and that's what we accessed, right? Yeah. So go into Supabase and see if go back. Go to the page. Go to the actual page for a second. So copy that feedback group ID, or at least let me look at it. A4EC. It should start with A4EC. Go into the table now in Supabase. Into the feedbacks groups table. And look at the group ID column. See, there are no go into the feedback groups table and look at the ID. So group 3 has no contents.
Correct.
So we're not going to return anything. It's an empty group.
Yeah, I think we just threw that up yesterday without anything.
Okay, well, why don't you copy the ID for the second group, or for group 1, yeah. So go now into videos. Select, go scroll all the way to the right. Change the feedback group ID.
There is something in there's A4.
I know, but that is the empty group.
Oh, gotcha. How do you get something in there?
There you go.
In a row?
Okay, yeah. See feedbacks now. Expand out feedbacks. So you got ID. Expand out one of the objects. Nope. One of the objects in feedbacks. Yeah, see we got the image there.
All right, what I want to do is let's go in there and add all the ones that I did when I created.
How about you
when
create
I
a
added
new
video
group
number
with
3.
with that stuff in
Okay.
it?
Okay.
It was under /reactions in the site. Because we can add editing, but I don't want to do it right now.
Okay. This is the name of the group.
That'll be the title of the group. Yep. And that's a description. If you have a description for it, that's the description. I don't think it's required though, so you can just hit OK if you want to. He said contemplatively. Go into the onSubmit handler for the groups form, whatever that was. Feedback form, I get. No, that's not it. Maybe it is feedback form. Look at feedback form. No. Look at feedback groups. Yeah, okay, this is it. Just trying to think of why that would be null. Try changing current target to just target. Well, it's lowercase target. Go, but check the database and see if it created that group, because that is just to reset the form after the data is. Yeah, I think it did create it. So copy that ID. And go back into the videos and make that, associate that with the videos table. No, videos. Yeah, there you go. All the way to the right, yeah. So now if you go to that video page, okay. I guess we'll move this into its own component. Because that makes sense. So yeah, create a new component called
I can't remember. Do I start with file or do I start with folder?
file.
Then it creates the file. Okay.
Call it, I think reaction form, I think. / index.tsx. Export const reaction form equals open paren, close paren, rocket, open brace. Equals before the parens. For right now, just return null. And then at the bottom of the file, export default reaction form. Go into the reactor video, the reactor file. And cut line 56 through the end of that. Yeah. Paste it, yeah, at the top of that function. Copy the use Supabase function from the reactor. Line, I see, I just saw it. You just scrolled past it. Line 35. Go ahead and import use Supabase and use query from the appropriate places. Okay. Okay, on line 4. Put inside of the parentheses an open brace, group ID. Yeah, there you had it. On line 10, replace video config.feedback or cut video config.feedback group ID and replace it with group ID, comma. Change reactor on line 10 to reaction form. On line 13, yeah, change that to, or just, I'm not worried about it right now because it's possible that there wouldn't be a group ID. Like someone might, if they don't specify a group ID, do you show them all the possible reactions? I guess, but we'll not worry about that right now.
No,
Just
ask that
change,
question again.
huh?
Ask that question again.
If
When a
they don't
user,
specify
okay,
a group ID,
meaning they'll be the creator of the video.
yes. If they've
If
left it empty, like if it's null in the database, then what should we show
that
them for their possible
default, let's give them
reactions?
give them a default 50, 20, 10. It's like
Yeah,
0
we'll not worry about
through,
that right now. For right
yeah.
now, we'll assume that they set one, and we'll handle it not being set later.
Okay. Did you need this
So
line? You said to cut it. Otherwise, I'm going to forget about it.
you'll cut it. Go back. Okay, so go back to reactor. Scroll down. We'll remove the use query that's the second used query from 56 through. Yeah. And you'll have to remove 57 and 58 too, because they reference variables that were pulled in from there. Okay, so scroll on down a little bit. All the way down to the JSX at the bottom. After line 245, put a new line.
When you say down to the JSX or the JavaScript, what is all of this above it then? These are just defined variables, and this is considered when you say go to the JavaScript, that's when this happens?
JSX is HTML tags in JavaScript. Is JSX.
JSX, okay. And then what do you call everything above the return statement? Just definitions, basically, and scripts and everything else?
Yeah. I mean, those are
Okay.
the event handlers and just the stuff that's integrated into the JSX down there.
Okay.
So on line 246, reaction form tag.
Reaction form tag.
Yep. with a group ID equal to, that's fine. Open brace. And now paste in that thing that you just cut from, yeah. What doesn't it like? Oh, you got to import that. Okay, yeah, go back to reaction form. You need to de-indent lines 7 through 26. And yeah, it should be 2 tabs as well.
Is that right? Or no? You want
No,
less?
it screwed up some stuff.
Okay. I'll go Control Y. And I
Well,
can't
Control
Y on
Z.
that. Or Control Z.
Yeah, like lines 15 through 17, it indented those and it shouldn't indent those. This is where no, they should be. Here, you just reset it to what it was before.
Okay.
But just select lines 8 through 26 and do a shift tab.
8 through 26.
Or that and do a delete. Or, yeah. There you go. Okay. So now, yeah, so change video config to group ID on line 13. And video config.feedback group ID to group ID. That's fine. That's just that they're unused is what it's complaining about up there. So, for right now, we'll just print. Say what?
Is this one okay? This is also underlined.
So what? Okay, for group ID, put after the closed brace, put a colon, space, open brace, group ID, colon, space, string, and then a space. So on line 28, do return feedbacks dot map, open paren, FB, we'll say, close paren rocket, open paren, new line, I guess a div tag, key equals inside of the div tag, inside of the, and as an attribute, key equals fb.id in braces. And then inside of in between the div tags, a open brace fb.image. Oh, actually, no, wait. Open brace image parenthesis fb.image. Because it can either be an emoji or it can be an SVG, and it needs to be handled differently depending on which it is, which is what that image handler does. You'll need to import the image handler. Put a question mark after feedbacks. Remove the null from the end of line 32. Put a new line in a closed paren after that div. Put, hang on. Select lines 7 through 33 and de-indent them. Let's see what that prints. Does that print anything on the screen when
I think we
you?
need one more close paren.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yep.
Is it here? Right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, they should map to what. Yeah,
These are just warnings. Not used. Not used. Okay.
that's fine. So scroll down in the page. Do the inspector. Open up root. And then main. Yeah, just drill down into it until you find. There are divs there. Why? Go back to the go back to the code. On line 28, console.debug feedbacks. Because it's not called fb.image, it's called fb.something.something. I don't know. So yeah, feedbacks, and then keep on, expand out. Okay, so it'll be fb.feedbacks.image. So go back to the code. So line 31 will be fb.feedbacks.image. See if now some emojis, there they are. Okay. So I want to use a dialogue, I think. Let's see. Give me just a second. Hang on. Okay, so go back into the reaction form. No, in VS Code, the reaction form. After line 29, no, hang on. After on line 29, after the return, put a open paren, a space, and then open paren. New line. Dialogue tag. And then put the close tag below the close grouping symbols for the feedbacks. map after line 34. After line 34. No, after line 34. Put a new line between the dialogue and the feedbacks map. No, between the dialogue tag and the feedbacks map.
Okay, do what between it?
A new line. Put an open brace before feedbacks map. Indent 32 through 35. Hang on. Indent it one more time, I think. Yeah.
Which line?
See how line 31 ends with an open grouping symbol? That means the line below it should be indented. So that means, yeah, because line 31 ends with an open grouping symbol, it means line 32 should be indented. Okay, put a closed brace at the end of line 35. Okay. Up at the top after line 3, put a new line. Oh, wait, hang on. What's it saying? Oh, put a new line after dialogue and then put a closed paren. So after line 3, put a new line. Import TYL from single quote dot slash index dot module dot CSS. Single quote index dot module dot CSS. And the double quote for libutil should also be no, it shouldn't be. You want dot. You got to go up the directory tree to get to lib, but index module CSS is going to be in the same directory. The quotes should be single quotes. JavaScript values are single quoted, or JavaScript strings are single quoted. But index.module.css there, not dot slash, just dot slash. Because this is in the same directory. You haven't created this file yet, but it'll be called index.module.css.
Okay, so what do I type right after the slash?
Index.module.css. And create a file with that name. In that same directory, in the reaction form directory. Index.module.css. Put a form, we'll say. Lowercase form. Space, open brace, new line. Change your indent to 2. Display grid, I think. Colon grid. Semicolon. There's a way to do like auto columns. Or let's do display flex. And then put a new line after the semicolon. try flex-wrap. Does that exist? There is a flex wrap. And put wrap. Flex wrap of wrap. Okay. Go back to the index. On dialog, on line 31, add an attribute called class name equals open brace tyl.form. Okay, go back to the video page. Like where you view a video. Okay, hang on. That was it. Trying to think of how to make this look better. And also how to style it like we want. Go back to the code.
I mean, this is pretty good. It's like kind of a dashboard down there. You just spread it
Yeah,
out.
but the thing is you need to have it appear where you click, so that that's where you know to place the reaction.
And pausing the video, doing the reaction, then going back to unpausing. Maybe we do that. Maybe we just down here where the selectors are, there's like a play button down here. Because then it's just
But
really
where
just
do
a
you
little
place
bit
the reaction on the video?
where the current marker is. So if I pause
Where
right now,
in the video, like the video is this big space. Where in the video, not where, like not time wise, but position wise. Where in the
maybe
video?
we're just right above where the timeline was, like right here. Like if I pause it here, hit a 6, it'll just sit right here at the bottom, or big right there or something. Yeah, I don't think it needs to be vertical unless we're gonna do that thing we were talking about. Lower left-hand corner is crap. Upper right-hand corner is awesome. I
Could
don't know if we're
be. I mean,
doing that
that's the
yet.
thing. It's that is a potential. If you want to give that semantic meaning to the position, you can do that at a later time. But yeah, I prefer them to be able to place it wherever they want on the video.
Well, then that answers your question. Then we have to get this kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Like
It's
grid it
not
out or
there yet.
something.
We just
Yeah.
got those buttons to not be in a vertical list.
I like this little dashboard look though. But yeah, so
Okay.
if I have to click the 6, maybe something else flies up, and then it tells us, well, as a percentage of vertical, if I hit 6 and then
Why
it
not
gives me
just
a
have it
slider
be
bar,
like the emoji picker is currently?
because it gets in the way. I mean, what I didn't like about that is I've lost what's going on behind the picker. So if the picker is transparent, maybe, but I
But
don't
it
like things to
pauses the
block.
video when you click the picker.
Yeah, but remember, like in this screen right here, let's say there's something on this screen that's interesting, and then that picker is blocking that part. I have to look behind
But you
it again.
see it right before you click. I mean, you see it. You make a decision to click somewhere. You're seeing what you're clicking on.
Maybe it's
Let's
a double
just-
click. Like right here, I click it, then I click a second time, and that's where it goes. Forget about this thing that's popping up. We've defined the emojis at the bottom. I like what's going on, even if it's live. I like what's going on. It's playing. I hit 6. It continues to play, and I just tag where I want it to go. Where I click, that's where it should go. I shouldn't have anything else popping up necessarily except vertical position. Timeline's already set because it's where I'm watching. I hit 6 and I can go anywhere on this screen and it's going to pick that up, kind of like how your keyboard did. It's just another option. It doesn't really matter to
Yeah,
me.
let's just try to do it. Let's just try to emulate the existing behavior, and then if you want to tweak it later, we can tweak it later. But let's just try to do it like it is. So go back to the code.
So even if we're doing that, I like to see the emojis at the bottom like a dashboard would show me. So even if I'm not functionally using these, it's nice for me to know what my selection is. So let's not
Okay.
get rid of that, but let's do something on top of it now. Okay.
Well, yeah, for right now, let's just emulate the existing behavior.
But
So
not get rid of this. But don't get rid of the dashboard.
we can, if you want to do that in a little bit, let's come back to that. Let's, for right
Okay.
now, let's just try to emulate the existing behavior, and then
Sounds good.
because they'll see that list of reactions when they click on the screen. So on line 6, after the first group ID, put a comma, space, ... props. On line 31, put a, after the closed brace, put a space, open brace, ... props. You only got 2 dots. Okay. Go to the reactor component. Okay. Interactive. I just gotta look at this for a second. So let's add a, go up to on emoji select. There should be a function called on emoji select. Okay, hang on. Event, pointer event, new config, emoji selected without the initial config. Okay. Scroll up to yeah, the on-click handler is what I wanted to look at real quick. Give me a second. Interactive. Okay, go back down to the JSX. On line 247, put a new line between reaction form and group ID. Indent group ID. Put a new line between the closed brace and the end tag. And de-indent that end tag. So do on close center. What is center? Copy line 252 and put it in as an attribute on reaction form. So put a new line after 248. That's fine. It doesn't exist yet as a property, but it will be. It will exist in a little bit. Do copy line 254 and 255 and paste them into after line 249. Copy the closed braces, or put 2 closed braces. Not outside. No, the end tag. This is all within the tag. So The end. Yeah, there you go. Look at the on close function real quick. Okay, hang on. Let me look at this. If picker active, set picker active false. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I go back down to the JSX. You can remove the emoji picker, so 255 through, yeah, the end of it. Is center a function? See where center is defined. Where else is it accessed? And what else? What does it do? Set center. Const center. Set center. I guess that just defines the center of where the emoji picker is displayed. I guess.
Yeah, using the very middle of the video, north, south, east, west.
Well, no, it's
Y
doing
value.
the @.x is where the click happened.
Okay.
Okay. That's fine. We'll not worry about that right now. Go back down to the bottom or to the code. Scroll up a little bit. Visible. Change on emoji select to on reaction select.
Right here.
Yeah.
What do you want it to be?
On reaction select. And then change the emoji : native string to just reaction. Online. The emoji : native string. That whole bit, change that to just reaction. Lowercase reaction. And then line 107, change emoji.native to reaction.image. Okay. So now, I just got to think for a second. Go down to the JSX again at the bottom. Copy that reaction form tag. Oh, hang on. Change on emoji select to on reaction select. Yeah, and copy 247 through the close tag. Go into the reaction form. Just paste it at put a new line after line 5 and paste it in there. Okay. We need all these properties to be accepted by this function. So put a new line after the open brace at the beginning of line 16. The first open brace on line 16. Put a new line after it. After the comma, after group ID, put a new line. Now do visible. Space equals true, comma, new line. On reaction select. comma, new line. On close, comma, new line. And then remove that new line and just have it be dot, dot, dot props. And then a new line after dot, dot, dot props. I don't think you can have a comma there. So that will be closed. No, remove. Yeah, de-indent the closed brace. If the line begins with a closed grouping symbol, it should be de-indented. So then after that open brace, put a new line, and then move that back one space. Put a new line after string. Put another new line after string. No, leave that like that. Do visible colon Boolean. New line. On reaction select colon open paren reaction close paren rocket void new line on close colon and a space open paren close paren rocket void and put a space before the function on the line above too. Okay, you can remove the reaction form that you pasted in up there. I put another new line after line 5. Export type capital reaction. Capital reaction. Equals. Open brace, new line. That'll be all for right now. Put another new line after line 8. Go ahead and leave that blank line because we'll need to put something in there in a minute. On line 19, do reaction colon reaction. Capital reaction. Colon space capital react. There you go. On line 48, change the div to a button. There is a tag that's like auto complete or auto update close tag. That's convenient. So that when you change an open tag, it'll automatically update the close tag. If at some point you hunt for that extension, it's out there.
It's an extension.
Yeah. See those little boxes on the left-hand side in VS Code? There's 4 little boxes. That you just went right over them. Go up 2, 3. 4 little boxes. There you go. I can verify the name of it real quick. It is called Auto Rename Tag. Oh, do the one that's been installed 16 million times. They got a lot of sponsors for a relatively simple little bit of functionality. Okay. Why is reaction form underlined? Okay, hang on. Wait. Okay, so it's on reaction select. It's like, hang on. Let me read this real quick. So go scroll up to the on reaction select definition up there, where it's okay. After put a colon space capital reaction, and do a import reaction from where you just defined it in reaction form. Okay, go back to reaction form. Yeah, you can remove that for right now. Go back to reaction form. On line, and go back up.
Let me try this. What was it before? Div?
Oh.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah, it's handy.
Automatically does it. Okay.
So on line 19, have it be reaction colon reaction comma EVT colon pointer event. Capital pointer, capital event. Okay. Getting closer. Go back to reactor. Or wait. No, actually, let's do this. Go back in here. After line 43, put a new line. Put two new lines. Const on click equals open paren EVT. No spaces around the inside the parentheses. Rocket, open brace, new line. On reaction select. Question mark dot open paren. Open brace. Image. Colon space. EVT dot data. Type data and see what it completes. EVT dot target dot data. I think it's data set. It's not auto completing, but I think it's data set. So put on line 52. Put data dash image equals open brace fb.feedbacks.image. And then on line 54 or 40, I'm sorry, 45. I'm dyslexic. Image.target.dataset.image. Close brace, comma, space, EVT. On line 44, put EVT colon space pointer event. Capital pointer, capital event. Put a question mark after target. Hang on. I gotta remember how to do this. Hover over pointer event real quick. That's not it. I'm gonna not worry about this just yet. It'll mess up the build, but it should still run. Indent 44 through 46. Okay, image, EVT, target image, EVT. In the type at the top of this file, put in online 7, image, question mark, colon, space, string. So go back to the reactor one more time. Okay. Where's the on-click handler? There it is. It's you're scrolling it up. Video.current, client click, event, client X, client Y. Set center click, set picker active true. Okay. For right now, we'll do this relatively simply. So go down to the JSX and on line, put a new line after line 253. Style equals open brace. And then another open brace. New line. Top. T-O-P. Colon space. Just do center.x, I think. And then left center.y. And you can do the question mark dot. But X and Y. Comma after both of those. Don't worry about that just yet. Go back to the code, or the browser rather. Click on the video, reload the page and click on the video. Huh. Yeah, there's a definite not an exact relationship between the click and the I can figure this out. We'll not worry about this exact thing just yet. So click on one of the reactions. Click on the play button. Okay, that didn't do anything. Go back to the code. Go to the on reaction select function. content is equal to reaction.image. Do a console log on 108 of reaction. So yeah, click on the video and then click one of the reactions. Scroll down to the bottom of the log. Is that the bottom of the log? Oh, go back to the code. I know what it is. Go into the reaction form. Well, you could leave that, but it's okay either way. Scroll down to the JSX. In the button on line 52, put a open brace as an attribute at the end. No. Yeah. Open brace. ... Open brace. Space on click. Space on click. Space as in a blank. But no, but as a blank. I mean, literally a blank space. Okay, try to let's see, what didn't I like about that? Okay, yeah, that's a TypeScript thing. We'll not worry about that just now. Just try to go click on a reaction. Place on. Where's place on? Space on? Oh, that was because it was loading as you were. Okay, that's fine. Scroll back up into the video. Didn't do it. It should be. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. It worked.
I was just clicking too fast.
Okay. So, honestly, I think I can clean this up quicker. Like, I think it's going to take me a little bit of digging around and some stuff to clean this up.
Sounds good.
Do you have any time tomorrow?
Yes.
You want to try to do the same time?
Yes.
Okay.
Or is there a reason that you start at that time?
Not really. I've got a call from 11 to 12, and I've got to do some like chores and stuff. So it's just
Well, it'd
yeah.
be better for you to do but are the chores daytime chores? That's why you can't do it.
Yeah, like
at 8
outside
p.m.?
yard work type stuff.
Got it. Okay, cool.
Okay, yeah, let's shoot for around 16:30 tomorrow. And I'll try to clean this up a little bit before then.
16:30 is still
4:30. 4:30. It's 4:30 Eastern. Yeah, same time.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, we made some progress. I mean, it's not perfect by it all, but there is a reaction showing up on the screen. It's saving to the database. It's loading from a group. It's like we got a couple of things done.
I think it's shaping up nicely.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I will talk to you tomorrow.
Okay, I'm gonna push it right now. Talk to you later.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.